Yo! Don't want to speak too. I don't want to shout too much. We back. WRESTHINGS podcast. By the man them, for the man them.
Yeah.
We back. Another week. Feel like I ain't seen you man in a minute.
It's been a while, fam. I feel like I was saying shit all the time. It's been a while.
Because we're pagans. We only link up for WRESTHINGS. It's not real friendship.
Trust. Yeah, I know, man. We need to work on that, man. But firstly, what are you saying though, man?
Got the fake
you got
Gucci
a new
scarf
attire,
on.
Did you have to
Fake
you need
Gucci
a
scarf
lot of
doing
VCs
it.
for that. Do you know VC? Do you know VC code? Virtual coins. You need to unlock it first. Hey, speaking of flipping games, bruv, AEW, bruv. They're gonna have their own game.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if they're actually going to have it, but Kenny Omega said that he wants to make it his priority to bring back the old school Aki system. Which personally...
I thought you simply had Aki. I thought you...
I don't know if it's pronounced Aki or Aki, I don't know.
Akai.
AKA.
What is the Aki system?
It's like the old school, like Virtual Pro, WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy.
PS1?
That blocky, Nintendo.
The blocky thing.
Yeah.
No Mercy. When it will look like
New Gen.
it all stood like this.
On New Gen.
I'm sure it's going to be like more New Gen, but realistically for me,
cool.
in terms of like the fight, like the gameplay, that is for me like a top tier. Like No Mercy is a top tier wrestling game.
Of course, yeah. 100.
So I wouldn't be mad at it if
It's not Here Comes the Pain.
No.
I mean, it's not Here Comes the Pain, but I mean in terms of like creativity, what you could do in the game is unreal.
They worked well with
But there is a guy that I follow on Twitter.
I know you're gonna say he's making a hardcore
He's making
game.
his own like hardcore game, and he's kind of emulating the whole.
I follow him as well.
He's emulating the whole like old school Akai system.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, what he's doing, because he's making it all himself, he's doing the mocap himself. It looks incredible.
It looks sick.
Proper.
I have to find out, guys. Twitter.
I'm gonna check my phone in a second. I think his name is at Jack Door something.
Jack
like
Door, yeah.
Big up Jack Door.
Yeah. Big him up, man. Looks sick. Looking forward to that.
Boy, it's been a. When was the last time we recorded?
Last time we recorded
2 weeks ago.
2
weeks ago.
It was double enough?
Yeah, we reviewed
after
Double or
Double-
Nothing. It was like maybe a few weeks after Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
We hadn't recorded even. We didn't even record straight after Double or Nothing. But it's been a few weeks and a lot has happened in the last few weeks.
I mean, another AEW event happened as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We've got one that's coming up
Tomorrow.
Well, by the time this comes out, it would have happened. But boy, we might as well introduce ourselves, man.
How are we not? We need to get better at it.
I don't even mind it because it's like we're starting off the conversation and then
It's natural.
Yeah, man. It's VHS Pappy. One of the best wrestling fans there is. I still get things wrong, but I'm still one of the best wrestling fans. So yeah, man. VHS Pappy.
When I say guap, you say daddy guap. You better have to say it.
You're about to.
When I say guap, you say daddy guap.
Daddy.
Guap.
Daddy.
It's the strong style rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, don't say it.
Son of a gun.
One jab.
It's got daddy, aka Dope Boy.
Yeah.
We live.
Cool. Go on. Rosaji.
Yeah. We got roast RGs all the time.
It's got YouTube linked up.
I didn't know. I messed up. It's coming from my thing now.
More time, we're the backup dancers, isn't it? So we're here for you, innit?
What's going on? It's Lucha V, friendliest mask guy that's out there. Yeah, man, we're just chilling, Big up Rhea in the background doing a little 1-2 selfie and ting. Yeah. Big up Queen right there as well. Yeah. You was getting the big up. Don't worry. She was like,
What about me?
Yeah, man.
Who's that jumping
The Paro comes out like this, bro. Paro like this.
I was waiting for it.
Fam.
Where do we start, man? Where do we
I
start?
have no idea, guys.
Oh shit, fam. I was online today and I see that Brodus Clay's got like a sexual abuse thing against him, bro. You know about that? Apparently he texted one of the
Is that facts though?
Yeah, check
We
it,
ain't said
bro.
it for time.
We have to bring
We
it
are
up.
really.
Check. I saw it on Wrestling Co or something.
WrestlingNews.com.
Wrestling News. Yeah. Apparently he they clocked him sending sexual messages to like a Fox reporter or something like that. I don't want to give it. I don't want to say anything yet. But yeah, that's what.
I need to check.
That's what I've seen in it.
But yeah, what was it? Like a Fox News reporter, like on a sting operation, like pretending to be a young girl or something, or
Bro, let me try and find the thing in it. But
well, you know, remember that I don't know if you remember, but remember there used to be this channel in America, this program in America. Where,
What? How to get spreader?
Yeah, like that.
oh, they're one of them ones. Oh.
Yeah, so maybe it was something like
comes
that.
through like, have a seat.
Yeah. So oh shit.
I
So
want your booty.
this the
We can do
headline.
this
Yeah?
the easy way or the hard way.
Oh shit, this is the headline, yeah. It says Tyrus Brodus Clay reportedly told a Fox co-host to pull out your boobs.
Nah.
Come on, see sexually deviant.
So
That's just not what
yeah,
we're
that's
doing
what's
now,
happened.
yeah.
But then again, it gets me thinking about this. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that Me Too guy. But there must be, if that's one of the if that's something that's popped up, there must be bears that's happened in the past. You know.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
in terms of
Stuff
like
on
you
the
know
carpet, innit?
the old divas and stuff and all that. So now that the divas have got a bit more clout and a bit more respect, like you couldn't get away with that.
And not to be a bit,
can't get rid
not
of
to
that,
be like diminishing or rude, but the like I wouldn't even call them divas now, but the women within WWE now are not. How do I say this nice?
You can't take them for a dickhead.
Then we don't look at them in a sexual way. Whereas before, the women within WWE from like 1999 to like 2006, 7, 2008,
especially things like
2009,
like
around that period, a lot of them weren't even wrestlers before. They were just sexy women, that just ended up training and becoming WWE wrestlers. Whereas now we look at the women and they're athletes. Like they can compete with the men. So. Boy. Tyrus.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
That's just not what we're trying to do out here.
And it's crazy, especially like you're in a position of power like that. Like, I don't know what Tyrus is doing at the moment. I haven't seen him on TV since TNA. So I don't know what he's doing at the moment. But boy, we don't condone that shit, man.
No, of course, man.
No need to sexually harass women.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if like you're in a position of power like that.
Of course.
It's disgusting.
Speaking of divas, what do you not think about the whole what's it called? Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins companionship or relationship?
I want to hear Versy's opinion.
Yeah. Why?
Because I feel like mine is going to be very like simple, whereas with you.
Oh yeah, I'm the Dita guy.
With you, you're gonna have like a full-fledged like answer where I totally agree. I just can't remember what to say. I'll go before you.
Do you know, I was quick in it. You know what I said in the group chat last time? I love when wrestlers like big name wrestlers match up with like a diva. For example, who had one back in the day, like when Chris Jericho and Trish Stratus were one. That was sick. I even like the fact that Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans are like, I don't know if that's still happening, but I like that. I think that's sick as well. Do you know what I mean? I think it brings you back the days of, do you know when the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth and after there was one mission where you get teamed up with a woman? Do you remember that? There's a mission. I think it's SmackDown Shut Your Mouth or Here Comes the Pain.
I think for me, simply, I don't like it. I feel like it's too forced.
It's looking forced now. I
feel like where it is like, okay, cool. Seth and Becky were doing well. As much as everyone knew they were together, but I didn't think it's something they'd had to bring on screen. And also, I feel like they're now trying to recreate this whole John Cena and which Bella was he with? I don't know. Nikki, I think.
Nikki,
Yeah, it's Nikki.
Like we don't necessarily need like that new power couple in WWE. Because I feel like one day, especially with WWE, they have this whole vanity booking thing. They'll now come and book Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I don't want to see that. I'm tired. I'm proper tired. Like, listen, you guys, I haven't watched wrestling. I haven't watched WWE properly in like over a month. It's only when they now announced
Eric Bischoff and
Paul Heyman stepping in.
One of the best things.
We'll get into that. It's only when they announced that I started watching highlights again. But we even need to dissect that because I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, we'll get into that. Versy, how do you feel about this whole Becky Lynch?
It's a mix of what you're both saying. I think it's corny, man. Like, it's because it feels forced. Like, oh, you're supposed to care about it now. Like, and even the what's his name? Was it the man's man now?
Yeah,
like,
the
man's man. It's just getting a bit.
Imagine like your woman is like one of the top people within the company, and they see her as the man, and then you're now parading yourself as the man's man. Doesn't make sense.
I was going to say a joke, but let me just leave it for now.
Say it.
It's cool.
I don't know what he's going to
say.
You know what? I just think it's just like, I think when people knew behind the scenes, that it was they were together, it was like, oh, that's cool.
It was nice, innit?
Yeah, it was like, if you know, you know, innit? But then from when they're talking about it endlessly on TV, that's just cringe, bro.
Yeah, it's a bit
mad cringe.
No, I'm checking this. I'm checking.
Yeah.
Make sure that's.
I don't forget that. It's like when they the first picture I saw was when I think they went to go watch a show. It was an NXT show or something, and Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were in the audience, and they were hugging each other. That was nice to see because it's like, oh shit, there's actually
little stuff like that
little
makes
stuff
sense
nice.
to me.
But when they bring it onto TV,
and then now make a storyline out of it. It's okay, then
bit,
cool. Imagine if they now break up.
Yeah, well,
Dennis,
they're gonna have to force a relationship.
And as much
chilling
as-
with your ex.
And as much as it might not happen, but I feel like it will now get to a point where they're now going to start opening a pothole and start introducing other real life couples within the company. So they'll now start doing Andrade and Charlotte. They'll now start doing
don't do that, man.
Alistair Black and
Zelina
Vega.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
yeah.
And then they'll probably even bring Bray Wyatt and JoJo to now come out.
Of course.
It makes no sense. I don't understand it.
Of course.
It's ridiculous. I just feel like it's such a force. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Fam.
Imagine Bray Wyatt. It's like super fun house and you see JoJo walk in the background. Introduce it to the ring.
Like I said,
man.
For me, like I like it if it only makes sense, innit? If there's like chemistry, if there's chem.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It needs to be chem. I don't feel like there's chem. I don't feel like there's like like I don't feel there's chem. I don't know. Man.
I feel like with the John Cena and Nikki Bella one, that made sense because
I saw you see a different side to John Cena.
yeah, and also we've also seen the other side of things. He's on a reality TV show with his girlfriend.
Yeah, there's been
so
a
that
bit,
can kind of spill into WWE TV.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't see what Becky and Seth are on.
Yeah.
They haven't got their own reality TV show.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why it's now become a thing where, okay, cool, the picture that they took where they're kissing, it was cute, it was a nice moment. Leave it at that.
Yeah,
It's
leave it
not
at
every-
that.
it's
Yeah,
not everything
make it-
that-
bring it
it's
to
not
the screen,
everything that
yeah.
you now bring
Yeah,
to the screen and
yeah.
now that's some good shit. That's some good shit. We don't need it.
Fam, that's Vince for you, fam.
So
Speaking
jarring.
of Vince, apparently he wasn't at like the WWE. He wasn't at Raw's taping or something like that.
What, as in the recent one?
Yeah, he wasn't like he didn't show face.
I'm gonna be honest here. I know we're gonna go into it, but I don't want to get too excited too early about this Paul Heyman thing.
Yeah, of
because
course not,
I don't want it to be a thing where it's like a placebo effect. When it's like now that we know, like if you didn't know Paul Heyman was there for the last 2 weeks, you'll be like, it's another shit Raw. It got a bit better. But now it's like, Paul Heyman did that. Oh my days, that's so sick. Like, I want for them to take over officially because just like Del Boys, I'm saying, I've not been keeping up. I barely like. I just go on the websites.
I tell you what though,
or check a highlight.
I tell you what though, like you could actually see the effect that they had anyway. Like
Yeah,
even
from the first
from the first Raw when what's his name Braun Strowman flipping spear. That was the first thing. That happened on Raw. He speared Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, and I remember there was no talking segment.
Yeah.
And it was a match straight away. Oh no, I'm very picky, but if you're gonna knock out the electric like that, then don't turn on the screen for the rest of the night.
Yeah, done it. Yeah,
Just done it out.
Done it. Yeah,
Because that's how it stands out.
Yeah, done it
But,
out. Yeah, done it out.
But yeah, that was cool though.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I was happy to see was I was seeing wrestlers that I genuinely enjoy have a chance. I'm not gonna lie to you. You see, No Way Jose, he needs to leave. I'm so sorry. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly don't understand what is happening with him. There was even one match where he was having with Cesaro. Even as he was doing his entrance, you could see in Cesaro's face that he's not happy. He doesn't want to
deep,
be
man.
there. No way. Oh, you're telling me you're no way. Jose. Nah, bun that guy, man. But like, even seeing people like Mike Kanellis, like prior to Mike being in WWE, I was a huge Mike Kanellis fan when he was with the Kingdom.
In Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Even his tag team, like when he was a tag team champ with Matt Taven. Amazing tag team. He's now come to WWE. I thought they were going to do something with him when he done the whole feud with Sami Zayn. I thought, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then he's now gone to 205 Live. He's got back in the ring. He's been active. He's now come onto Raw, and his girl's just embarrassing him.
Yes.
That was peak.
But I thought
I was like, yeah, me and my bitch. I'm like, really, bro? Like,
I think it's. Look, it's this shit. They're trying to bring back glimpses of flipping Attitude Era, not Attitude Era, but like the uncensored shit. So this whole thing of her being pregnant and the whole thing of Kofi Kingston put his middle finger up and
That
the
was
whole pipe
good.
bomb. Do you get what I mean? I feel like
Kofi
they're bringing
needed
it
that though, 'cause he's not had any-
slowly. So I understand the angle that they're coming at.
but I don't think it's going to be going back to TV 14 though. I think it's just going to be a little bit of sprinkles of
Here and there, yeah.
Like, remember when Punk was
12U or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12A or something.
It wouldn't make sense for them to go full fledged already. Like, they need to give it us.
They need to
They're
kinda
going to
like-
make it more edgy, but it's not going to be crazy like the 90s and shit.
The 90s is too much, man. Blackface and all sorts, bro. But yeah, that's another topic for another day.
Fam, I think we talk about that now, bro. Shit like that. It should never be cool. Like I remember I was watching one of the old Roddy Piper things.
Oh, when you had the half.
Yeah.
black
What was the reason behind that? Was that for Mr. T? Or was that just...
No, if it was T, he would have got boxed. It was for was it Jimmy Snooker or something?
Yeah, I think
So,
it's Jimmy
Yeah, because he
Snooker,
murked him with coconut, and I'm like, blood, that's high key racist, bro.
Oh, man.
Like,
There's best shit that people go away from.
this thing that's not cool, bro.
No.
It's not. It's just not.
Nah.
It's not
What
cool.
else has happened? AEW Fighter Fest.
Yeah,
How'd you guys find
the
it?
chair shot.
I liked it.
I didn't watch it.
But you don't watch it?
I didn't
Fam,
watch
you
it.
wanted the alternative. You get the alternative. You don't watch it.
No, I'll tell you why I didn't watch it. That
Hmm.
day, there was a lot of stuff happening that day, and I fell asleep. I was so tired, I fell asleep.
Well, firstly for 2 weeks, yeah. Like, you still got to replay.
Was it last week? I said last week.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, fake. Do you know, I catch up on highlights. But I watched some highlights. I watched highlights of
It's still highlight.
Slammiversary, though.
Slammiversary was alright.
Yeah, it was sick, man.
MLW's latest pay-per-view. was
Thank you.
amazing.
What have I been saying?
Talk
What
to
have I been
them,
saying? What have I been
talk to them.
saying? I've been saying
Actually,
watch
it's actually bad.
MLW,
Hey,
and
guys,
then man will give me air.
Guys.
They'll just look at me like,
No, bro,
oh,
I've
okay,
been telling you,
cool.
I've been watching it,
Okay,
bro. I've
yeah.
been telling
Don't
you.
want to say that, yeah.
I've
But
been telling you.
MLW is the
I'll give you
one,
guys a
fam.
plug.
Yeah.
There's a channel on Sky called Free Sport. I didn't even know it was on Sky.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah, it's
Actual
Free Sport.
free,
Yeah, it's
as
free.
in-
I thought it was like one of those websites where you can just watch Free Sport.
Yeah.
It's actually on Sky where you can watch. That's where I watched MLW.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Free Sport.
It's
4-2.
also on YouTube as well, if you wanna. You know.
MLW is sick. But yeah, let's even get into Fighter Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see Fire Fest. I did watch a bit of it still.
What did
I
you
saw
remember?
the Dowley Oberyn match when he
Darby
Darby
Allin.
Allin.
yeah, Darby Allin when he
You
done the
see
thing.
Darby Allin.
Yeah.
He's
I've
crazy.
been kind of deep in it,
Mm-hmm.
but that match with Cody has cemented me. Okay, let me not even get to that. I feel like AEW in general, from what
Okay.
I took from it, anybody has the potential to be a star.
I'm with you.
Anybody has the potential
Why
to
are
be
you
a star.
saying that though? Just it's
Okay,
just even same
from
page.
so let me look at certain matches. So Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. I've seen Darby Allin matches, but that match I feel like that more or less cemented his position within the independent. Well, it's not independent anymore, but within his his positioning within the independents. The women's triple threat match. Nyla Rose. I don't feel like her match at Double or Nothing showed how good she is.
Okay.
I feel like that match showed how, like, she was the spot she was doing. Even though I think it was the guillotine knee drop that she done.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, wait, what? I followed her straight away. I was like, you know what? I'm a fan because I'm seeing something I didn't get a chance to see, and I feel like not that Awesome Kong ruined her chance of having a good match.
But the surprise was like,
Yeah, but the
oh,
surprise,
Awesome
yeah,
Kong's
the
is
surprise,
back.
yeah. And it was like more or less everyone more or less jobbing for Awesome Kong at a point where, but even though she
And then
didn't
she
win.
disappeared.
Yeah, and then my favourite match was the 6-man tag match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucha Bros, I'm so sorry, I don't care what anyone. The way is, you can debate me. I would want you guys to debate me. Lucha Bros are the best tag team in the world.
No, I agree, top.
Lucha Bros are the best
I
tag team in
agree.
the
I
world.
agree. I agree.
They're better than the Young Bucks.
They are. They are.
As much as the Usos are probably like my favourite. Better than the Usos.
Can I say something? Yeah, real quick. Yeah. I was pissed, bro. I was so pissed. Yeah, when I saw the headline, it said the Usos resigned because of all times for them to leave would have been now.
Yeah.
We would have finally got them versus the Young Bucks against
Even
Lucha
what's it
Bros.
called, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they just recently re-signed a 5-year deal.
You know the reason.
I didn't even know that.
But then now they're getting screen time. But now they're getting screen time.
Yeah. And it makes sense.
Now they're getting screen time.
They're featuring at Extreme Rules, no?
I think so. I haven't even seen the card.
They ain't got a match.
They ain't got match.
They're gonna stand by AJ.
AJ, yeah.
Oh.
Bullet Club, innit?
The Rebo version.
Joey Janela versus Dean Ambrose.
That was peak.
Joey Janela, you see that guy is a mad. And also, Dean Ambrose is so happy. You can see that.
happy he is, fam.
Dean Ambrose is so happy. Oh my God.
He is haps.
I've not seen him motivated in years. Even in fucking WWE, fam, he's so happy. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I even wanted to run and jump off the.
Just put a ladder up there. Just
Like literally,
let's do a random reference.
fam. Just watching him have the match, you could see, like as much as he's hurt himself, he's
Enjoying it. He's enjoying it so
And then
much.
Kenny Omega running in at the end,
Yeah, I saw that.
was good.
As
You know what?
well.
It did steal a bit of the thunder for the match, but it was.
To me, yeah, it felt a bit phony, yeah, just because he's gone through a hardcore match and you've seen two people that hit each other like they want to fuck someone up, yeah, and then Kenny comes and it's like, it just felt a bit like, it felt like, it just showed that he's not like, there's like brawlers, hardcore wrestlers, and there's like a professional wrestler, like, because he's all like playing guitars, like, there's not time for that to be gimmicky, just fuck him up, he fucked you up badly.
Quick question. So let's say, was it last year? So maybe like the last 2 years, Kenny Omega's been considered the top
best
wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Would you still say that he still has that position at the moment?
Nope, not for me.
Over the last 2 years?
No, not even like last. So the past 2 years he's been considered that.
Oh, okay.
So let's say for like 2019. But then again, because he did leave New Japan, he hasn't really wrestled that many matches this year. So maybe that's not a fair question.
That's not.
No, but you can still pose it.
I don't. For me, I don't think so.
I just think it's still out of the same people. It's out of Okada, it's out of AJ, it's out of Ibushi.
I'm gonna say something that you're not gonna agree with. Anyway.
Just say it, man.
I was gonna have Roman to that list. Fam. Roman's a sick wrestler for me. I like Roman,
Bro.
Okay, so it is.
Bro.
I like Roman.
Bro!
What matches that made me like?
What match has happened in the last 2 years that you can say has been?
Roman has hops though.
He's getting better. He's getting better.
Yeah,
For me, do you know what it
that's
is?
what he can
For me,
do.
He can hop.
I feel like he's just getting better for me, fam.
Yeah, but
every
what
single-
match has been?
Let me try and think what match I
match,
feel like.
man?
I hate his costume. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I think for me, what it is,
Mm.
I respect Roman and I do think he's good. I will not.
Yeah,
I will
no,
not, I
he's
won't
good.
lie and say that he's a shit wrestler.
He's good, yeah.
I used to say he was shit, but actually deep in watching his matches,
He's become
I feel
a
like
favourite.
Adip is a good wrestler when he loses. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, like, he took
I'm
lost well.
taking that he's a
Took
good
lost
wrestler
well,
when
yeah.
he's lost. But then I feel like his wins are just forced down our throat.
No, it used to be, not no more. It used to be, bro, not no more. I feel like
How many times has he lost this year?
Has he even lost this year?
He lost to Shane McMahon and that was by fluke.
I'm still sour that he
He's beaten Drew how many times this year? Even last year when he lost to flipping Bobby Lashley, he still ended up getting the WWE Universal title chance.
The next
I mean,
day.
as in before back in the day, I feel like it was more forced. Now it seems like there's more work put into it. Do you get what I mean? There's more of a
I feel like it's still a bit balanced. I feel like more people respect him.
because of the whole
And I feel like more people are
And that's
taken
what-
to him, but then I still feel at the same time it's still a bit forced.
It's still forced.
But I wouldn't argue with you saying that he's one of the top wrestlers. in the world.
yeah.
Actually, but if we're talking top wrestlers, are we talking in terms of like ability and work rate, or is it just?
I'll say
popularity?
Billy work rate and like match quality. Like when you see their name on a card, you're like,
You're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it, and you're barely to the point where you're like, oh, it's alright. Like you're like, oh, it's good.
I don't watch Roman Reigns matches. I won't even lie to you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
As in, when was the last? What was the last pay per view? It was
Stomping Ground. I didn't watch it.
Stomping Ground. Yeah, when Roman Reigns won, was it? Was that the pay per view one?
But if you're saying that, then that's me being a bias. I can be biased and say
No,
that.
yeah, you can say that.
I mean, that's me being biased and say I can say that I love enjoy because I do love seeing Ricochet fight.
Yeah, Ricochet's
You know
up
what I
there.
mean?
I think
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say it's up there.
Ricochet-
I mean, you know, I'd oh, I got a missed call. I need to get that call.
I'll say.
I would add Adam Cole to that and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, Johnny, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. When they gonna get?
Actually,
The only thing with Johnny Gargano is that gripes me is that every time he does a chop, he chops his own leg. I don't understand.
and it's selling. It's selling, yeah. Like he'll sell, and then then it just gets up and does nothing after. Like I think it's a bigger problem what's happening in general in wrestling where you remember back in the day, like remember a good Kurt Angle match, yeah. Man, we working the leg. They'll get up and they go. They can't. If you're facing Shawn Michaels, you can't do switching music now.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they're just tapping it a little bit and then they're jumping, flipping,
Off the
dives and all this shit, man.
Suicide dive.
That's why I respect people like Matt Jackson. He worked a whole back injury for a whole year. Every match, every time they injured his back, he couldn't do. It got to a point where it's like a whole year-long story where there's certain moves he couldn't do because his back was injured. And I feel like if more wrestlers in WWE implemented that, instead of making Becky jump on one leg and then go on another leg, it doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Becky Lynch.
Where's Blacks? Because I want to pose this scenario on you guys.
Hey, by the way, Blacks is he's on his way for my beefer.
Like legit.
I'll just pose a scenario now. So, shoom. You know how the font usually comes in. Okay, cool, guys. So here's my scenario. You guys can answer at home as well. If we could rewind time and you guys were a general manager or head booker between the years of let's say, let me be generous. Let's say 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
What story would you change?
Booker T winning against Triple H. Straight. That's the one I'm still unhappy with.
I would have made ECW and WCW win the invasion.
Do you know what it is? With that one, I understand it, but then at the same time, they were doomed from the start because they didn't even have any WCWs.
But I'm saying if I was to change things, obviously if I had to change the whole storyline, I would try and obviously try and have that thing where they actually take everyone from WCW and make them win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That would just make sense because they more or less got all of the undercard.
You got the Rebar guys, bro.
Yeah.
And they just made them look like pussies. And then once the war was done, that's when majority of them ended up getting pushed.
Yeah.
And then after the war, that's when some of their better wrestlers started to come
through.
Like Rey Mysterio,
Goldberg,
Scott Steiner. And he completely boyed it. Who that? What story would that change? There's a couple stories. I would have let Nexus beat WWE.
Oh, of course.
I would have let Nexus beat WWE.
Oh my!
Well,
I think Solomon must have spoke about this as well. You know, about the Nexus. Like, what's it when flipping? Big up Solomon stuff. When what's it? What's it? The DDT'd Cena on the floor or something, and he just kicked out and just buried 2 people at once. Like, you have to understand. At that time, I wasn't even watching WWE, but something like that, maybe like I was like, okay, this looks mad. They're pulling over the ring and pulling the ring and everything. I'm like, this looks mad, yeah. And then just for Cena to win, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah,
that's it. Then.
I'm trying to think what else.
I just feel like any invasion at WWE they should lose it. It just makes sense for them to. No, okay, unless if it's stupid, innit? But I feel like it should be more of a struggle. Do you get what I mean? And not end it quickly. Like just drag it out a bit. Do you get what I mean?
I feel like with invasions, I feel like sometimes you see when it comes to like real life storylines and then how they do it in the video games. So I can't remember what the video game. I think it was WWE 12 maybe.
Yeah,
WCW. So I think you're Jacob Cass or something like your own created wrestler.
Oh shit!
Your own created wrestler, and then Kevin Nash. He
Kevin
builds
Nash.
up. So then it got to a point where he now he turned Raw into WCW, and then I think they changed either WrestleMania or Survivor Series into Starcade.
Yeah.
So even if you're doing something like that where it's like, okay, cool, you're showing a real life struggle of these people are coming and taking over.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I don't understand. Okay, cool. There's an invasion angle. Why do these people have entrance songs and entrance videos? I don't get it.
What do you
Just
mean?
come through the crowd.
As in, someone is coming to invade.
Yeah.
Why is the entrance? Yeah,
I get you.
That doesn't make sense.
Just have the
And
logo.
then they so much.
Yeah, I get it. Does the back still say WWE?
And then back says WWE.
WWE. Authentic WWE.
Trust me, bro.
Like, be rogue. Like, that's why I like people like Chris Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa. Like, they had merch, but they never sold them. Like, they never sold that merch. Like, they just wear it and people would want it. But like, I'm a heel. Why the hell am I selling merch? It doesn't make sense.
Yo, real quick, to go back to the AEW show, because we kind of slid past it. My mask is very bad right now.
That's right.
Anyways,
You look like the Parker.
Yeah, you do like Parker. You do. Hey, big up the Parker, fam.
yes, fam. Yeah, so the Derby match was sick. I liked the match because I've seen him on the Indies for a while, yeah. But you know where he was always facing someone that I preferred to cheer for. That I didn't. To be honest, I didn't care for his match. Like, he had a match with Pentagon Jr., which I was like, that was cool. Yeah. But I like the story they told about him, that he's the person that you just couldn't beat, that you couldn't beat him, and that was cool. I really like the pace of the match because a lot of this so far AEW is quite fast paced company. Yeah. So someone like Cody,
like a classic.
Yeah, like I like. People are not a fan of how Cody wrestles, but I like it because it's more wrestling. Like if you turned on like early 90s, 2000s WWE, you'll see them just like proper beat them down and that.
I just feel like when I watch him wrestle, I feel like he's just like a more. I wouldn't even say more. I feel like he's more of like a more fine-tuned version of Goldust. But then Goldust has improved well. Like,
right, okay.
Yeah, Goldust has
Goldust or Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, because Goldust is particular. He doesn't no wasted motions. And I like people like that, where they don't just throw things out just for the sake of it.
And Goldust likes to try new things as well. That's especially like the last few years, I've been seeing it. Like he's doing all these all these different moves. I'm thinking, damn, like 10 years ago you couldn't do that because you look how big you were. But I genuinely like the way Cody wrestles. I don't ever see a problem with it. Like even when he was in WWE, he was one of my favorite wrestlers there
because he's slick.
And I always wanted him to get a good push.
Yeah, man.
Like, I liked his dashing character. I liked the was it broken? No, it wasn't broken. Undashing,
yeah, the mask.
Like that rivalry he had with Rey Mysterio.
That was good.
That was it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was good.
Remember that. But speaking of Cody Rhodes, the legacy, yeah, was it legacy? That's what they're called, isn't it?
Legacy.
Legacy. Fam, I really wanted Thingy. What's his name? Teddy Ross's son to get
Junior.
pushed from.
He was good.
But he didn't get much.
I thought he was gonna get the push out.
Yeah,
of the two
that's
of them.
what I thought.
genuinely, I thought
Bro.
he would have been
Yeah.
more pushed.
Yeah.
But then what did he start doing? Like block parties. He started doing block parties like before every show.
Why?
I don't know. And he just became like who's he paired up with? Was it Maurice?
Probably, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
Probably
he-
bloody Alicia
He was
Fox
very
or
good.
something.
Like, he was
Yeah, very
proper
good. I thought his
so-
father would be like.
But
you know,
Cody's
wouldn't-
character work I like. But the only thing I get weird about is that when he starts the match, it's like, is he heel or is he a face?
Yeah.
Because he'll like the match he had with Dustin, which was sick.
Oh,
Yeah. He's starting, then he's a heel, but then he's a face, but then he's a heel for the whole match, and at the end he's a babyface making a promo. It's like, well,
Yeah, I feel like with like a lot of these independent wrestlers now,
They just want
they just want to be in between. Like they just want.
they want all the chairs.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's literally it. They want to get booed. They want to get cheered.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
know.
And the match, that hardcore match was just, you know what it is? It's been a while since I've seen like a company with television similar to the WWE style, like
Yeah,
right
yeah,
like
in terms
that,
of filming,
and
yeah,
to have a
angles and
hardcore
stuff, yeah,
match
yeah,
like that, so it
yeah.
feels like a legit, like you'll see this on like proper TV.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's not been a lot of hardcore matches I've enjoyed for the last couple of years, but that one was it was like, okay, you know what I mean?
And most of the hardcore matches we tend to see are like no holds barred.
No. But wait.
Disqualification.
We took him. Wait.
Street
Are you not excluding the hardcore matches you see in TNA? The hardcore matches in TNA are reckless,
they're
fam.
good.
They are
I
good.
won't lie, I've not watched TV for
I'll send you a link, fam.
long
There's
one-
time.
there's-
There's one homicide one I watched, yeah, fam. It was fucked.
What
fam.
year was this? Is this like early 2000s?
Nah, it was. Man, it was
Oh,
recent.
recent.
Like, yeah,
Oh,
like
no.
Probably in
2000.
the last 2 years.
Yeah,
It was maybe LAX OGs versus
yeah,
LAX.
that match.
Okay.
You see, Homicide is one of my favorite wrestlers ever. I'm
Yeah,
so sad that he hasn't been able to like get to the heights that he needs.
wants it, yeah.
AEW, please sign Homicide.
God, that would be sick.
Please,
Yeah,
I beg you.
that would be sick.
Like he's definitely an OG now, but he can still work.
Oh, yeah.
Sign low key, please. Actually, he's
Look at
doing bits in MLW. so I don't
MLW,
mind.
look, he was
at
in
the
MLW.
Look at him beat the fuck.
I feel like for me, low key was like probably like one of the first wrestlers that I looked at and I felt like him and Amazing Red and AJ Styles.
Oh yeah,
Them three for me, I felt like they more or less changed the course of like
they
independent wrestling.
did.
Like their style alone was just so mad, and the fact that people like they were even like legends that were able to adapt to it. So people like Jerry Lynn, they were able to adapt to that kind of style. Christopher Daniels, I was like
Pete Williams, Kazarian.
mad.
Oh man,
proper.
X Vision was so good, man.
It makes you actually deep how old. Like we're actually getting old.
We're getting old, very
Like, we're
old.
actually getting old.
Tina's been around for what, 17 years?
Very
Yay!
old, very old.
We're getting
Very old.
But let's move on from that uncomfortable fact.
But the chair shot. Heard
Church
the
shot, I was
world.
gonna talk about yeah. Church shot. Yeah,
I'm
church
gonna
shot.
lie to you, I liked it.
I like it, but I don't
because-
understand why there's a big uproar about it. I think people are saying it's because it can damage wrestlers and stuff, but love, that's what you're paying for, no? To see the realism of it. Not the headshot, no.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah, do it. We kept.
I know what you mean, but
I'm pretty
said about the.
I'm pretty sure man get decked in the
random
face. Do
thing.
you get what I mean? I'm not paying for that. I'm not, bro. If I'm watching AEW, I want to see something different. I
Like
don't want to
UFC,
see. I don't want to see a headshot like this, like that. I want to see the headshot. I want to see people take it from. I think it was a couple podcasts ago. Yeah, I was like, bro, sometimes take a blow. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Do it is. I
Like, the
understand
kid's got blows in
it.
the face the other day from.
Yeah, and the thing is, I understand it, but then I don't get why people are so concerned about like his well-being. He's fine.
He's fine,
He's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He's okay. You know what I'm saying?
just not necessary for the type of programming.
Come on,
It's
man.
But they're
2019.
a mature program.
Yeah, so much. Thank you. That's what
They're a
I'm saying.
mature
That's what I'm saying. You
program.
pay for it. That's what we're paying for.
Like we've asked for an alternative.
Yeah.
We've gotten it.
Then they're like, oh, hey
It's
guys.
obviously had WWE on the ropes because now they're letting people flip the bird on screen. Like, they're rattled. So why
he's
are we rattled?
fresh
Like,
right
at the end of the day, we
fully
of course we want all these wrestlers to be safe. We don't want
Yeah.
them to be too injured. But they're wrestlers. They're gonna injure
they're gonna-
themselves.
of course.
Nobody was crying when Dean Ambrose got Joey Janela to stand on the thumbtacks. Nobody's concerned about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys,
Guys,
dangerous.
it's unnecessary.
That's even worse.
You know what I'm saying?
Barefoot
we can't,
as well.
we can't pick and choose like
Yeah.
the outrage. Like if we're gonna be outraged about one thing, let's be outraged about the whole show.
Exactly.
So
I agree with that. Like, I felt bad for him because, but I feel like Tony and the Young Bucks, because I know I feel the interview after, they were like, oh, people think it was it was a gimmick chair. And it's like, no, just own it. Let's be like, yeah, we fucked up. Here's what it is. Because when you do that type of shit, then it makes people kind of.
The thing is, I don't even understand how the whole gimmicks chair rumor started. Like
They said it.
Oh, so
they said it backstage in the interview. It was like, because they're like, oh, how do you feel about the chair? They're like, people think that chair shot was real, but we gimmicked the chair, and it's like, how are you gonna gimmick?
So I'm guessing from the hit, because the way I watched it, he's hit him. I think it's the
folding
part.
It cut
the back of his head.
Right in his head. But bruv, just own it. Be like, look, man,
it's part of the story now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
if it was a normal chair shot, you wouldn't have cared. You would have been like, oh.
More time in wrestling, when there are shoot stuff that happen, they incorporate into the story.
Exactly.
So why is it now that everyone's so concerned about something that's gone like? Look at the whole Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. She got battered in the face, but they turned it into a story. Like. We can't pick and choose, guys. Come on, man. Let's be real. Like, of course, we're concerned. We want all these wrestlers to be safe because at the end of the day, this is what we enjoy. We love.
Like I said before, I think
sometimes
wrestling fans don't know what they want. We don't know what we want. We're too, bro. 1 minute we want hardcore, 1 minute we want.
No, I know what I want, but I'm just picking it.
Bro, everyone's just man. What you gonna say? Bro?
Actually, all right, what do you want then? What do you want in your wrestling?
I want, bro. You know I'm gonna say, fam.
Just say it, bro.
Backs.
Bro, I don't. Bro.
Invasion, I love it.
Yeah.
He wants leg drop. That's
I want leg. Maybe I think I want a leg drop. I want Hulk Hogan to invade.
He would have been so happy if Joey Janela did a leg drop from the ladder.
Trust me, fam. I want to thumbtacks, bro. What the fuck? Hey, speaking of, have you seen that guy that's on social media? That's like,
whoop whoop.
Have you seen him?
I'm
on
socials for a while.
You have to put a clip. This guy's too funny.
There's one white guy, and he'll be like, hey, my name, blah, 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 blah. And I'm about to test out Jeff Hardy's thing. And he'll do like a somersault onto like thumbtacks or like barbed wire or like, do you know the... Pick up all my jiggalos and jiggalettes. Yeah. Oh, let me find this guy, fam.
Pick up all my jiggalos and jiggalettes and I'm gonna go
Oh,
table.
fam.
Well, fuck this shit. And he doesn't... He's so fucked.
It's
Try and
fucked.
find it.
What?
Fam, this guy is
The minute I leave socials, there's always some.
This guy, I don't understand. I was going through his whole Twitter yesterday.
He does it
bare.
bare.
Elbow drop on bricks.
On bricks, fam.
Wait.
It doesn't make sense.
Wait. So man, I'm moaning about a chair shot.
Afrobeat, because I remember Afrobeat.
Afrobeat?
No, Afro.
Afrobeat, oh.
But people are moaning about Cody chair shot and there's a Don doing elbow drops on bricks.
Afro_.
Yeah,
what the
fam, bro, let me show you this thing, fam.
He needs Jesus, man. Fam.
Yeah.
John 10:10, fam.
Just go through his Twitter. He was going through it. We were talking about it yesterday.
Fam, bro. When I saw it, I was like, yo, is it that deep, fam?
Pick up all my jiggalos and jiggalettes. Because he's always wearing like an Insane Clown Posse t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll take it off. He'll be like,
there he is.
This is
for jiggalos and jiggalettes. Don't try to home. I hope you like it. Fuck this shit!
Fam.
No, go through his own.
Nah, fam, it's even worse, bro.
It's so mad.
Fam, no. The barbed wire one got me, fam.
Wait, what?
Bro, yeah, this one.
Oh, can we not?
Fam, onto a...
Don't try to tell home. I hope you like it.
Oh, come on, man.
Listen, get us 10,000 followers. I'll do this. Big man.
No, you won't do it. I won't even allow you. I
That's
won't
for all
permit
my
you.
wrestlings and wrestlers.
Fam.
This
Oh, not front ways. No. Oh, come on, man.
Fam. I know that he felt bare air going to his body like, boom.
Fam, you can feel the blood just spurting out.
Man said new stunt every week, fam. Big him up, though, man.
I want to get his t-shirt.
I want to get his t-shirt. Looks nice. Yo, your t-shirt looks nice. What's your name again, bro?
Superhuman.
So Superhuman. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not feeling this.
Big you
Fam,
up,
he's got
man.
50K
He's a stunt
followers.
man.
For fucking himself up, bro.
Yeah, man.
Actually, even Mick Foley gave him a shout out.
Yeah, before they give him a shout out, yeah, I saw that. Big him up,
Loves
man.
this shit.
Like, you know, obviously you're doing your thing, but please stay safe, man. Don't try this at home.
I don't want to big him up. I don't
Shit,
get why
man.
you would do that.
Fuck this shit.
What's it? What else did I see, fam? That spun me, fam. Oh, yes, elaborate on this Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff thing, man.
Okay.
What do you guys think of it?
Let's talk about it.
Well, if you guys don't know, Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff have now been named the executive directors.
Executive. Yeah, I think it's
One of those two. They're now the
Let's check the facts.
EDs or EPs of SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're now going to be, in charge of all that shiz.
Yeah. So if this happening, does that still mean Brock Lesnar is still being managed by Paul Heyman? Or is it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
it's
they're saying
still-
executive directors. They're gonna be executive directors.
So
Okay.
what is that like? Them just being behind stage and just doing.
I think like out of all the
everybody's
creative,
already
they have the final say of the creative, but then still Vince has the final say if it happens or not.
Then what's? There's clearly no point in this then. Because Vince, what would Vince
That's
say
you see
works?
that why I said Vince still gets the final say. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not jumping in for
it's
joy
still
yet until.
It is. It's Vince, regardless. As long as Vince is involved and alive, he's always going to be micromanaging it, regardless.
Oh yeah.
So even having,
I don't think he's gonna die.
it doesn't feel like it does.
I don't think.
It's okay, he doesn't die, man.
Obviously, I don't want him to, but I'll be
But
honest.
yeah, it's a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like from what I saw from the first rules, I haven't watched any highlights from SmackDown. I've only watched highlights from maybe SmackDown this week. I haven't seen change, but it's like it's coming in drips and drabs.
Yeah, it's
And it's like we're still seeing 2 out of 3 4 matches. We're still seeing 6-man tag matches. Like
Wait, so I've been at the loop, right? What is all this about? Every week there's some sort of 2 out of 3 falls thing.
I just don't understand what they're doing on the main roster
Like-
because we have to be real. If we look at the last NXT takeover with Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano, that is a real 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah.
And then now on main roster, we're doing these matches all the time. It's oversaturated. You're rinsing it.
You're reaching the.
I remember when matches used to feel special. Like you wouldn't see them all the time. I remember what match was it? I think it was 2003 Bad Blood. Was it 3 Stages of Hell?
Oh, yeah, 2001.
No, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H.
Oh,
yeah.
Armageddon 2002.
That's it.
Yeah. And features was sick, you know.
One of my favourite matches.
Yeah,
I'm so happy they don't do it all the time.
Which one's better? What's the better? The Triple H versus Shawn Michaels one or Triple H versus Stone Cold one at No Way Out 2001?
That's a tough one for me, fam.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. I'm even trying to wait.
The Shawn Michaels versus Triple H one. That's what did that have a ladder match in it?
Yeah.
And that's where he dropped. He pushed
Pushed him.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
He fell through all the ladders.
That stuck out to me. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's mad that Triple H won both of them. But.
What would you expect? That nigga ended up booking himself fucking 2 years later. Makes no sense, man. Makes no sense. But something that did happen this week, we got a bit of deja vu.
Yeah.
Ended up getting a pipe bomb
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
from Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. What do you think? Is that them like seeing CM Punk's formula and trying to go with it, or is that just them just like?
I mean, I feel like when it comes to wrestling, when there is some sort of like realism, when they do add like a shoot to it, it will always go well with the crowd.
Yeah. Especially if it's true, because it's
Yeah,
true.
especially if it's true.
Shows yourself
Especially if
away.
it's coming from like a true space.
Yeah.
Like when you mention people like Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy, Ali, I was like, yeah, I agree. Because at this point, Shane McMahon is... Don't get me wrong, I was excited at first. I was happy to see the heel turn. I was happy to see him kind of like wing himself. But then it got to a point where it's like, okay, cool. You're one fluke victory, another fluke victory. You're every week, you're coming... Like, you've got lackeys with you. You've got Drew McIntyre as your sidekick.
Exactly,
Like, it's
yeah.
getting very, very
Like,
boring.
Drew just needs to stop being people's sidekicks, bro. Since he's come back, he's been a sidekick to everybody. I like the Shane McMahon heel turn and what he's doing, only because he's one of the only people who you can legit just hate him because he's just taking up screen time and he's annoying and he wins. That's the whole point of a heel.
Yeah.
But obviously, because there's no other heels that are really good right now,
Yeah.
in a role like that, he's getting oversaturated because he's on both shows, isn't it? So I don't mind him, but I just want to know where it's going.
Yeah.
Because it feels like this is what they did with Baron Corbin, where he just was everywhere, just
Yeah,
rinsing and rinsing, loses and then shows up next week in a suit. Like with Shane, just like he's just come from work and he's just there, and then he just I don't know. The segments have been funny, but what's the purpose? What's the end goal?
Yeah, there has to be like
What's
we can't-
happening?
Okay, cool. There's a pipe bomb.
What happens after?
Everyone's
that?
excited about it. You
what
know, it's
happens
been
after
good.
that,
Okay, but what's the?
Is he gonna?
What comes off it?
Sanction.
You know what I'm saying? Are we now going to see these wrestlers he's spoken about have opportunities? Because there's no way. Because of course, let's be real. This has come from the creative team. So you're telling them to mention all these wrestlers. Are we now going to see? Are you changing your mask?
They're good.
Are we now going to see these wrestlers have matches? Buddy Murphy got drafted onto SmackDown. God
We
knows
haven't.
how many months
You've never
ago.
seen him.
We haven't seen him. The last time we saw him was at flipping Super Showdown. We haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him after that.
We haven't.
I want to the brother that won at Super Showdown.
What?
I'm to the brother that won at
Oh, he's on NXT, but I haven't even seen him have a match.
Exactly. Look at
Like,
that.
he's had the match before, but since he's won, It's not been spoken of. But then again, it's not for like the
American, yeah, of course.
It was for his hometown. They got their moment, and you know, like it's proper jarring.
What's it?
But you know what? Yeah, I was happy to see Street Profits though,
I was gonna
but
talk
I was
about-
shook
yeah,
at the same time
yeah.
because I'm like, they just won the titles at NXT, but they're dripping with sauce. These boys, yeah. And to see them in a segment with Paul Heyman, I was like,
Yeah, that's good.
that shows
That's
that Paul
good, yeah.
Heyman has co-signed him because he does these small little things.
Yeah.
Like if you're a pair there, innit? So, I'm all about people that have comedy, who have good timing, and who have charisma. That's why I like people. I like all the weird people like Heavy Machinery because they're entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was saying that from the jump, they're
You see
entertaining.
suplex they done. With,
Yeah, the
with,
double suplex.
Yeah, that was sick.
That's always my guy, man.
Yeah.
But it's all about what they do next, and if they, because there's a fine line between funny comedy and No Way Jose, and
I can't dance. No, I'm so
and
sorry.
R-Truth, and no, but
against
R-Truth has
that
been
guy.
entertaining though.
He's the most.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah.
biggest draw in WWE at the moment. He's the most entertaining person. Him
But
and Drake Maverick.
I watch all of his segments. Bro.
That's the only thing I watch. Like every time it goes on Instagram or YouTube, I only watch
Watch it, yeah.
24/7 Championship.
Yeah.
And let's be real, not all of us, like majority of people, they had doubts about. Like we knew it would give. It would
All of us
provide
had doubts.
opportunities.
All of us had doubts.
Yeah.
We knew
Yeah,
it
yeah,
provided
yeah.
opportunities, but we didn't think.
As soon as you saw the colour, I was like, fuck this,
Yeah,
man. What the hell
it
is
looked like
this,
a penny in the
bro?
quality
bro.
street.
Yeah,
But we didn't think. We didn't expect
Roses.
We didn't expect it to get to this point where it's like
Yeah.
We're engaged. We're
Baron
invested.
Corbin and Seth Rollins segment could probably get like 100,000 views, whereas Drake and bloody R-Truth are getting 1 million views. Like
Fam.
it's crazy.
From when he's pinning people on the plane, that's when I was like, I'm here for this shit because
The wedding got me though.
Yeah.
The wedding.
The thing is, but I'm saying like anything outside WWE, like the arena, that's when you have the realms to be funny and different, innit? Because everything just feels the same. Backstage segment, interview on WWE.com or in the ring. But like even when he got locked in the box for like a shit, when was it? It's a couple of weeks ago still. And even when it was beefing Jinder Mahal, like all that shit is jokes in it. So I'm enjoying it.
Speaking of that, I think there was one wrestling match time ago. I think it was Road Dogg versus Al Snow. Do you remember that? And they fought outside.
Oh yeah.
And they went in the snow, and after they actually went outside into streets.
Oh, it's
They went
hardcore
to-
days, isn't it?
Yeah, fam.
Yeah.
That stuff is sick, fam. I love when wrestlers go outside their comfort
Yeah,
zones,
man.
fam.
It's necessary, bro. I don't know what I'm doing.
I just feel sorry for the other wrestlers that are chasing for that title. Like
They're not gonna get it.
every
Hey, Cedric Alexander, innit? He's gonna get a push.
I don't
Plus,
think he's in.
What was that about? I just saw pictures, innit? I didn't.
Like, bro, so
So you watched it, yeah?
I saw the highlights and I
Man came with a
saw
boiler suit and he had like the
it said
Mexican mask. innit?
Gary Gabak or something, some dumb name. So I'm seeing, but the thing is, because I've watched him because I saw him in the Cruiserweight Classic. I know his moveset, innit?
Yeah.
So when I'm seeing him do all these moves, I think that's Cedric. Like the minute he did that kind of like,
Yeah.
the kick that all the cruisers.
Oh, is
do.
that the guy that was wearing a mask?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was
it was
Cedric.
Cedric.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't even seen the highlights.
Yeah,
for that.
see,
I haven't seen it.
So he does all that now, yeah. Then Claymore kick, and I like Drew. So he loses, and then afterwards they walk off now, and then at the very end, the reveal. It wasn't even a reveal. Like people were waiting. Like he got bucks up now, and then he just goes, oh. And the crowd's like, oh, Cedric. And even Roman's like, oh, it's Cedric. So it's like, what?
There was nothing
So
for.
if your top guy doesn't even like, not even
That's
decide,
deep,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? Because sometimes all it takes is for the top guy to kind of like give him the
Yeah,
co-sign.
they're like,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man, you tried, my
Like, look
guy.
at John Cena and Zack Ryder. Like, as much as Zack Ryder was getting popular, we're not going to talk about his collab. We're not going to talk about that. But as soon as a relationship between Zack Ryder and John Cena was distinguished, it was kind of like the sky's the limit for Zack Ryder until his babes got taken. I'm taking your missing.
No, but I'm joking. Oh,
The thing is, he wasn't joking, though.
wasn't joking.
He
Man
was
was
taking the misses. That's
man
the
was in
sentence.
the cut.
And you're waiting like, Jake, what?
Jay Wagga, what?
What? Jake, what? No.
I'm taking your missing.
I'm still hit and miss with WWE at the moment. I don't know.
Bro,
And it makes it hard because
yeah,
it's like you want WWE to do well, but then it's not, and then it now makes it sound as if we're like AEW, but it's like as much
Yeah,
as
but
still
so what
AEW
for y'all, bruv? It's been good.
Yeah, we haven't.
AEW's been hitting out the park for the last 2 shows. Their promos are sick. It's all the things. Remember when I was saying to you from months ago, I was like, they need to start doing promos again and like packages and videos and build them up. I didn't know who the hell Private Party was before, yeah. But I was watching.
I forgot to say about that tag team.
Yes.
Private Party.
Hoi!
Listen, I'm so excited for black wrestlers. I'm so excited for black wrestlers. I promise you.
See what I'm saying?
There is so much potential from all these.
Private Party
wrestlers.
is that AEW?
Yeah, but they do these small like build up videos, innit? So I was watching it and I was thinking, because I saw how they look all like colourful, and I'm thinking that okay, it's gonna be some like we're here to party.
I thought it was gonna
yeah.
be like some 2 black No Way Jose's.
Yeah.
I think it was a fucking waste, man. What's wrong with these guys, man? I don't understand it. I was thinking, because the thing is, that it just shows how sometimes we can be so naive. Like,
Yeah.
We look at people, we judge them. Like, I'm trying to think who.
I like how you sit there around there.
Like, who are wrestlers that you've looked at and you judge, you thought that person can be shit. But then when you actually watch them, it's like, fuck.
When you first told me that, because I remember when I spoke to you before NXT takeover, I think it was
Velveteen Dream.
not Velveteen Dream. It was Viking experience.
Oh, okay.
He was like, oh, these men are sick. I was like, bro, look at these guys, bro. What the hell, bro? Because you know, I looked at the man like flipping Earthquake and what's that guy called again? Natural disasters. You remember natural disasters? I looked at them. I looked at them and was like, damn it, because that's how like WWE love to frame these big wrestlers, innit?
Yeah.
Then when I saw them doing cartwheels and back, I was like, okay, cool. We should, yeah, man.
I think.
For me, it was flipping Viking.
I'm trying to think of someone in WWE that looked at
Yeah.
and thought, damn. Okay, in the independents, maybe Keith Lee
Okay.
and Willie Mack.
Yeah, Willie
Okay.
Mack. Yes.
Willie Mack.
100.
When I first saw him, when I first looked at it, I was like,
I'm gonna lie, I thought it was a bum. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Who's this
I'm sorry.
uncle? Who's this uncle?
I was like, uncle.
Who's this uncle?
When he wrestles, bro.
But then I saw him in Lucha Ground doing bad boy things. I was thinking, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm happy I never tweeted it out, you know, because I saw him years ago. I'm like, who's this Don? Like, why are you there?
I think I even asked. I was like, fam, is this guy actually good? And I actually watched some of his highlights online. I was like, yeah, he's legit still.
When I first saw him, I was like, this guy, but he's mad agile, he's mad athletic. Even Keith Lee, when I first saw him, I was like, this guy's probably just going to be like a generic big guy, but he can. That's the thing with a lot of these big guys as well. Like, all of them can move. Like him, Jeff Cobb, flipping. Yeah.
Speaking of underestimated wrestlers, yeah, when you first saw Randy Orton, when you first actually saw Randy Orton, either whether it's been a game or on TV,
I liked him.
Did you actually think he was gonna climb the heights he's got to now?
I didn't think he was. I thought he was going to be like a typical babyface. Because he used to do this, he goes, on SmackDown and the crossbody. I remember them days.
The frog splash.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, he's going to be them kind of guys like a Billy Kidman, like, I'm just trying to win them in the continent.
Billy Kidman, man. I wish he dominated WWE, you know, but.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a
I see Smack that shut your mouth. I used to love Billy Kidman.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Look at that.
I used to love Billy Kidman.
But you can't hide. But yeah, what am I saying? Randy Orton. Do you think he'll climb that? You think he would have climbed the heights he got to?
No, but it's only when he joined Evolution. That's when I realised.
This guy's he's a star. Yeah.
He's absolutely.
That storyline between him and Triple H. When Triple H is on this, fam. No, was Triple H done it?
Yeah. But come on, can we? I feel like and your guys have been Chris Jericho. Yeah. Remember I said before about like how Triple H just never treated Jericho right in his matches. Jericho barely won. And there always be some sort of dirty, like, sort of dig in his matches,
In the year 2000, Chris Jericho should have legitimately won the WWE title.
Should have been.
But they went to go and reverse the decision.
And the night.
Yeah.
He should have been in the WrestleMania 2000 main event, replacing. Yeah, and he should have had a little reign or something. But I say that to say the similarity between him and Jericho is like Triple H and Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton only recently got a win at Showdown. That's like whatever. Yeah. If you look at the program that they had since the beat him at Unforgiven, beat him again, then he wins like dead matches like Survivor Series. Yeah. Beats him again at New Year's Resolution. Years later, beats him again. I think at No Mercy, or they swap back and forth. But Triple H always looked dominant on Randy Orton. But then with Batista got pied. Pied, and then Look how big Batista looked compared to Orton. Orton always looked like someone where he was sick but couldn't beat Triple H, and I thought it was just a bit dead. So it's again, it's another Triple H problem, lad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you're more or less a writer, and you're booking yourself to win all the matches that you don't necessarily. And it's like even matches that you don't book yourself to win, it's the big one you book yourself to win, and it's like it's ridiculous.
He's a pagan, man.
Ridiculous.
He really is a he really is a pagan, you know.
And I feel like with him, it's like
Oh my
he knows majority of these guys. Like, let's be real, like wrestling wise, a lot of these men are better than him, but because of his positioning, he just books himself to do BTs. But it's where it's at this point, man. He's won. Like, we can't even say nothing to him. Like, he's won.
He's legit rewritten history, you know.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be like, he was on the same level as Stone Cold. There was Stone Cold. There was The Rock, and there was Triple H. It's like, no, bro. Like, it's them two, then everybody else, bro.
Yeah.
He's like the third tier, but because he was beefing them.
And only because Stone Cold was more or less on his way out. He was getting injured how many times a year? Like, who else are we gonna put up there? We're not gonna put Mankind.
What as what?
As what's it called? Top guy. At this point, by the time Triple H had won the WWE title, as much as Mankind was still a main event wrestler, he wasn't.
He was a top guy, but to our eyes, he's not a top.
No, as in, I mean, WWE weren't gonna push him to be a top guy. The last time he probably won the WWE title was like 1999.
Yeah, it's 99.
By 2000,
He won all his titles in
by
99.
end of 99, 2000.
And he
That's
became
when it was.
commissioner.
That's when it was Triple H's
yeah.
time.
My time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we've got one question from Buildcasters.
Jeez, big up big casters.
Big up Buildcasters.
I think the person behind that is Maccabi. Was that Maccabi Chap?
The Maccabee chap.
Maccabee Chap, sorry.
Big up the Maccabee chap.
And Sentai 5.
Big up Sentai 5 as well.
He asked, do any of you guys remember a wrestling anime that kind of slaps called Ultimate Muscle?
Ultimate Muscle! Ultimate Muscle!
If so, what did you think of it?
I used to love it.
That was sick.
Yeah, I mean,
And what was sick about it, it was based on a lot of like real wrestlers. So they have like Kevin Mask. That was based on Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
That's what I can remember.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And what's it called? Samoa Joe uses the muscle.
The
buster,
muscle, yeah.
Shit, it came from there!
It came from there. Do you remember that? Yeah. Bro, I remember back in the day, on SmackDown shite.
It was shut your mouth.
You can actually do it. You create him, yeah.
Like the actual sit down one where you break your neck.
Yeah. You make him, fam.
Do you remember the show called Lucha Lucha?
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I remember the small Mexican thing. Yeah, that was sick. Fam, do you know what it is, yeah? Maybe he's just kidding me, innit? Anything that's got wrestling in it, I'll watch it, fam.
Yeah.
I remember those episode of, what was it? Was it that 70s show? Was that 70s show? And I think they had Jeff Hardy in it, Matt Hardy in it.
I swear.
There was an episode, yeah, check it. It was in it, fam.
Actually, yeah, you might be.
Yeah, it was good. He was just running ropes and stuff. But yeah, anything that's got wrestling in it, back in it, even if it's an advert and it's got Stone Cold just like walking through like a crowd, I love it, fam. I watched a film called Ready to Rumble.
That used to be my favourite film at one point until I rewatched it and it's so shit.
It's so shit now, yeah.
So crap shit. I was so gassed, like, wrestling, Goldberg, it's got all these man. Now I went back to watch it, it's like, it's based, that's how WCW ended up now booking this as a real thing.
Yeah, real thing. Yeah,
Dave
Arquette,
win the WCW title.
yeah.
Doesn't make sense. So
That was crazy.
boy,
That was crazy.
it is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Before we close this podcast, I just want to say big up Fun and Games. Obviously, they picked me out of a hat. It says wrestling's on it here.
Yeah. I did get the zoom in. Get the zoom in.
Right here. Zoom into that. But obviously, you, man, you're going to get your gift package soon. Okay?
I'm still waiting for the t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the t-shirt's coming, fam.
That's
T-shirt's coming. It's coming in the post, fam. You get me? Where's your t-shirt, though?
I don't even know where my t-shirt is.
It's gone, man. What's this?
No,
bro?
it is. I think sometimes everyone knows about this struggle where you now watch something
And it goes missing.
it just goes missing. I don't understand. So I might have to buy another one. But
Cool. If you lot want a t-shirt, drop us an email as well. We'll try and source that out for you. I've been VHS Pappy, aka Nafi.
been Guap Daddy Del Boy.
Actually, before we go, sorry, I just want to give a shout out to Joe Lamb. He works at Joe Media. Me and him have chats all the time about wrestling. He's currently watching SmackDown from the beginning to now. So he's
from 99.
Yeah. He's been watching. So I think he's on a part where he's on 2004. Me and him have chats regularly about it. He's on 2004 now, and he's telling me how like he's seeing Garrison Cade versus Charlie Haas and that, and it's nice, isn't it? Having someone you can talk to at work about wrestling and stuff. And
Yeah, man.
he's kind of gassed me to go back and watch SmackDown as well. I've done the Raw one. The one I kind of skimmed through, but I want to do SmackDown.
I want to do New Japan.
From the beginning.
Bro, not from the beginning.
From
When though?
Maybe from like
90s.
like 93, 94, when they like that's when like the Super J Cup was like proper like
okay.
when they had people like Benoit, Chris Jericho, Taki Michinoku, those kind of people.
Yeah, I want to
So
go.
maybe from there and then maybe like skip to like 2000 to kind of see.
WCW would be a good one as well. I still got tapes from WCW when they used to be on
WCW.
ITV.
So your VHS puppy, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Look at that, man. What the hell, bro? I got bro, there's an intro I've got. Fam, when I drop this intro, yeah, I've actually... Wait. Let's wait on it. I'll put in a group chat today, fam. It's going to have... Oh, wait. Just wait on it. But yeah.
Man's doing his own wrestling video.
Fam, no, fam, I'm not even like... Bro, I'm going to put in a group chat today. You're going to see it, fam. But yeah, like I said, I've been a Nafi.
Doughboy.
Lucha V.
Wrestling's podcast for the man them by the man them.
Get home safe,
go
blacks!
crazy.
Get back safe!
Peace.